you very much for your time and attention. Today is a very special day for A2SV because for the first time we have our senior members visiting us on site at Ethiopia. So here you see Vanessa. She's a valuable member in our marketing team. She's from Zimbabwe. Mr. Ali, who is our head of operations. And you can ask him what does head of operations mean. But I like a very nice description from Suha. So sometimes you watch movies, right? And let's say it's an action movie. And there is one guy like who is in a beautiful like limo or car, Mercedes, and like he has sunglasses. You don't see him on the stage that often, but he makes a few phone calls and changes everything. So Mr. Ali is that kind of a guy for A2SV. With brilliant ideas he has brought, with excellent services he has suggested, we keep improving our systems. FlowQ, Pilot.com, just a few examples that our organization is currently utilizing thanks to Mr. Ali. And Mr. Alper, he is our head of marketing. Some of you guys already have seen him during the trip. He started our engagement with 1 hour of volunteer activity, guys. And since the first week, Abi, please correct me if I'm wrong, did you ever have like less than 4 or 5 hours for A2SV ever?
No. Almost
So,
8. Almost 8 a week started. I cannot count. Frankly, I cannot count because I have my own digital marketing agency in Istanbul, Turkey. And believe me, 1/3 of my time is with A2SV now because I see the potential. I'll talk about it.
yes. I'm not going to take more time, guys. So we are in a transition period from, first it was volunteer activity, and then we have become an early venture, and now we are becoming a well-established organization. Also for the reasons, we can listen them from our senior members. And I highly recommend, keep your attention here, guys. Because if we are part of this ship, if this ship sinks, we all die. That's why it is survival for us, guys. So now, before we get started, please, for being here, for dedicating this much great time for us to sharpen our skills, move ourselves and this organization to the future steps faster. Thanks for them coming here.
So, as I'm the marketing guy, I'm going to market myself first, then market you, market A2SV, market my team, and things will go on like that. Okay, I'm not the oldest one here, please. So that's why I call him Ali Abi. And other than that, I'm old enough to say that I have seen a lot. I'm from Turkey, from Istanbul. In fact, I was born in Ankara, the capital, and as the commercial operations in Turkey is in Istanbul, I moved to Istanbul and I'm running my digital agency for more than 25 years now. This was last November was our 25th year. So when I started the agency making the digital marketing, I mean, I'm a marketing guy, but mostly on the digital side. And when I started the company, internet was not well known. Google was not there. Facebook was not there. So I come from a time like the dinosaurs, okay? So that's why I'm so much addicted to A2SV, because I see the thing we are doing here is going to change a lot of things, because I have seen how Google changed lives of people all around the world, how Facebook, Meta changed everything. And unfortunately, I have also seen how companies were demolished and were forgotten. Do you remember a company called Napster? Any one of you? No. It was the brilliant music company. It was 5, let's say 10 times bigger than Spotify now. And I ask you, where is Napster? You don't know, because it's all gone. So that's why the thing we do, not me, the thing we do as a team here is important. And my job, I would say, description of my job, is to promote this. To whom? To Google, for that you can be a part of them. To you, so that you understand the importance of the job. To Africa, so that you know what you do will be seen with your fellows, with your families, what you help them, how you help them. So I won't take too much time of you, but I would like to say we are here for two reasons. One, to believe that you are valuable, so that I can market yourself to you. You are important. And then the whole job, the whole work, the development, the training, the education, whatever you do, is important for just not for you, but for the world as well. So we are going to make it. And I'm so happy to be among you. And now, if possible, if I may, I would like you ask me anything about marketing, digital marketing. Okay, by the way, I'm an electronics engineer from Middle East Technical University, which is the Addis Ababa University of Turkey, the top one. And I got my master's degree on biomedical engineering. So I have been diversified in other fields as well. And I worked, I would say, 2 years as a teaching assistant in Amidu. So I know something about teaching, I know something about technology, I know something about computers, and I know, I would say, a lot of it about the marketing side. So think of me from this point on as a friend, as a brother that you can ask anything, because I'll be open in the Slack channels. You also, I guess, have seen my attitude about being the part of the team. So whenever you need, just reach me out, okay? And this will be the first moment. If you have any questions, please do all, okay? You don't have to, but if you have something in mind, please. Yes, sir.
Alper, what is the importance of the marketing unit for A2SV? Like, what kind of main responsibilities does marketing team have, and especially which parts are directly affecting our teammates here?
Okay, maybe let's start with what the marketing is and how I want to change it to communication and why I want to change it to communication. Okay, marketing is marketing. If you have some product, you want to sell it, you will market it. Okay, it's very basic. So let's talk about A2SV. What's our product? Our product is you. You are brilliant. You are capacity. You are the best of the best. You are here to change the world. So we have a good product. And what do you need to market a product? You need the customers. So let's ask, who are the customers? We have a variety of customers here. We have high-tech companies that you can go to. We have middleware companies that you can go to. We have A2SV that you can work and go on here. And we have the option that you run your own businesses. So our customers is you, our customers is A2SV itself, our customers are, the tech companies. Okay, we have the product, we have the customer. So what we do, we have to find a way that the customer knows about the product. You are in a room and nobody other than us now does have a knowledge that we are having a chat. Okay, we are here, we are doing a meeting. But when I go to let's say, the open window was open a while ago, and I shout out, hey guys, we are doing a A2SV meeting here. Somebody will hear it. Okay, so our first responsibility is to make A2SV and your work known to somebody, to Africa, to high-tech companies. Okay, this is how we do it. And to do it, if I shout like that, I'll be exhausted. So I need a megaphone, okay? And I need to buy that megaphone. So we need to raise up money. Our team's another responsibility is to be able to continue the sustainability of the structure by raising up the money. Why? Because if we have donations from Google, it's okay. But let's say, unfortunately, and not hopefully, next year Google says that, okay, guys, we are in a shortage of money, so we are not going to continue our donation. So we cannot only depend on Google. We have to find other sources as well, other donators as well. And also, in the modern world, especially in the States, there are people who has enough money that you cannot even dream of. And we have to reach them. If they have some belief that they need to have a relationship with Africa, to help Africa, we have to find them. We have to go and shake hands. Okay, guy, I want to make some donation for you. Can you do it for me? Yeah, it's okay. We do it like this. So, how do we do it? We create a brand awareness. We have to say to the world that we are A2SV and we are doing a wonderful job here. This is the first one. Then go to big companies, donors, people to ask for money. But don't forget, every time you are doing this, you are always asking for something, for some help. However, we have another opportunity. Can anybody say how A2SV can sustain itself by doing ... Any ideas? Come on, guys. Yeah. Yes, exactly. You can be the next Uber. You can be the next, whatever the, let's say, half of the European population or African population is using. You can create applications that are useful, plus that are generating money. And that comes the marketing again. You have a wonderful product. Who knows it? You put it in the Google Play Store. You put it in the Apple Play Store, Apple Store. Okay, good. Who knows it? Do you know every single useful, brilliant applications that are in the stores? No, you don't. So that's why we have to do the marketing there as well. But this is a joint effort. You create the good application, we promote it. Without the product, we have nothing. So it's all on you at the end of the day. You are the part of the marketing team. You don't believe it, but believe me. Because what was next? Caleb was the community manager, you introduced us.
Yes, head of community in the past and now head of group education.
Yes. Thanks to him, his efforts, and all efforts to you, A2SV is now a community around this much, and we have to increase it to that much. And we can do it. If we are doing honestly, if we are doing quickly, if we are doing seriously, if people are looking to us something like that, oh, this is a guy from the A2SV. If they are admiring us, then you are doing the right marketing. Having the t-shirts, it seems so easy, but it makes the difference. Because while you are working like this, when you turn around, you see the A2SV, there's A2SV here. And if I'm not mistaken, and if you allow me, at the first days of A2SV, Emre told me that he was asking people, please come to A2SV. Please come to A2SV. Please come to A2SV. Now we are not like that. If you want to be an A2SV, then you have to be qualified over a level. We have red lines now. You are lazy, so you are not an A2SV. You are, distorted. You don't do your job. You don't have the responsibility. So you are not our guy, unfortunately. Because in Africa, in Ethiopia, there are too many people who are searching for a chance like this to be here. And you are the top of the top. Because thanks to his knowledge, his expertise, the guys that go out from here will have good placements in all over the world. It's a good idea. It's a good opportunity. And believe me, if you believe me, I don't know, the good things come to those that wait and those work hard. Really. You can be a quick millionaire, a dollar millionaire. Believe me, there is some sort of a story there. Either he has slept, let's say, 2 hours a day for some time to get the product ready. And I'll give you an example from my side. I'm not a millionaire anyway, I'm just like you. But believe me, when I just opened my agency, for some time, I slept on the desks like this in the office with my partner. I would say maybe 6 to 7 months. We were so much involved in creating our brand awareness. And thanks to that, to our activities, we had the chance to talk to some good companies in Turkey, like Nissan, like Renault. Now still we are working with them. But this took time. So whatever you do, you have to be patient, you have to be serious, and you have to believe in what you're doing. I believe in what I'm doing right now, because I traveled from Istanbul to that, and it's a different story, because I wasn't able to come. THY, the Turkish Airlines, told me that my flight was yesterday. I had a no-show. I said, I can't do it, because my Google Calendar says it's the 10th of March. The email I received is 10th of March, but on their system, it was the 9th of March. It was an unbelievable thing. And at the end of the day, I was able to go on the plane just half an hour before the flight, which is unbelievable. But I believe in God, and I know that He has a reason for me to be here. And I want to fulfill it with your help. Because without you, I can't do anything. Okay? Thank you. Any questions? Or shall I go with Vanessa?
Vanessa.
Please.
Thank you. Hi guys. Hi guys. Yeah, we're young people, so you have to be energetic and.
Not like us.
I mean, you have to be seen. Usually, when it comes to speeches and everything, when someone who's above you, you always don't want to go after them because they have said much. So I'm so grateful to be here and also to be a part of this team and also in Ethiopia. As you can see, I am the youngest of the team. Well, there's Dagiman Kena, but in terms of the big guys, I'm the youngest, and that should also be a communication to everyone that you also can do it. You can find yourself in big top tech companies. You can find yourself in biggest establishments. You can find yourself also establishing a product that becomes something your nation depends on. So it's also important to me to be a part of A2SV, as it says, Africa to Silicon Valley. So it means there is no limitation to you guys. One of the things that you should know as a young person is the opportunity to do a lot is now. So if you do not utilize this moment, then you might regret it. Actually, in life, probably 20 years from now, you regret more the things you didn't do than the things you did. Because excuses could be every day, but opportunity might not come again. So you should be able to see A2SV as a bridge that will take you elsewhere. And that is what the whole team and the marketing team is trying to do. You might be the best, but as long as someone doesn't know about you, you're technically not the best, okay? So you need to use this opportunity with A2SV to say, we want to make you visible. We want to make Google see you. We want to make other companies and other top tech companies as well notice you and see you. For example, you do not have to be an actor to work at Netflix, right? You're software developers. You do not have to be a singer or an artist to work with Spotify. Weird example. I do not have to have a marketing certificate to work with the marketing team. That's how interesting it gets. I actually did my bachelor's. I finished in 2019 and graduated in 2020. And technically, after the whole COVID situation, I was also trying to find my space in the world. I'm like, okay, Africa is already 50 years or 100 behind developed countries, as you might know. So you also need to know what's on demand during that time and what can you provide in the market. And that's when I thought one of my best skills was to do writing, digital marketing. These are stuff and skills I could do without really depending or relying on my educational experience. Of course, education is important, but at the end of the day, you also need to be a person who develops themselves with the necessary skills that's in demand at the market. They say joy product, right? You also need to know that if you're within a team, you also need to be responsible, okay? And if you're responsible, that means you also need to be accountable. It means in the different teams that we are in, whether you are in the mobile development team or the web development team, the marketing team, the business intelligence unit team, if you slack, your team slacks, okay? So at the end of the day, it means that the contribution that Vanessa did and the contribution that she does, the contribution that he does, at the end of the day, it's what makes A2SV go far, okay? We are all talented because if you are in this room, it definitely means that Emre and the team saw potential in every one of you. So that's no doubt, everyone in this room has talent. But talent can make you win games, you know? But teamwork and intelligence, what you guys have, can make us win championships. So it takes more, and you have to push yourself every day. And also, one of the things, whilst Alper was talking and also saying how far we're going to get, that made me reflect is, you guys need to know where you're coming from. That's one of the important things. Yes, you're going to be linked with big top tech companies in the United States, in London, in Netherlands, but you guys should not forget where you're coming from. At the end of the day, when you have those opportunities, you need to also come back to your own nation to be able to create digital solutions to help your country as well. One of the things that changed my life personally, whilst I was in college and time after college, is because I was exposed a lot to organizations from the United States, organizations from the United Kingdom, from South Africa, and different other countries. And the moment you get exposure, it brings about revelation to you. So if you have been to the United States, or if you have been to another country, and you see something there that is working effectively, you can still bring that same product here in Ethiopia. The good thing, like I said, Africa is years behind, which means that you don't have to necessarily think of something that has never been made in this world. You can definitely take something that is working in another nation, take something that is working in another country, and bring it here to make life better for your fellow citizens, for your fellow peeps, for your families and everything. And it makes a whole huge difference. And if I ask anyone in this room, what's Google, what's Facebook, what's Instagram, what's TikTok, someone can be able to answer me in 5 seconds. I think that is the same vision we have Alpha when it comes to A2SV. We want also people starting here in Ethiopia to be able to say, when they see a banner or when they see something that says A2SV, they should know that you guys exist. The reason why, in my opinion, why this group is the most important one is because you guys are the foundation, because you're the ones starting with the organization. It means that guys that will come 10 years, 20 years after you are going to establish the footsteps that you guys and the footprints that you guys would have made now. In other terms, what I'm basically saying is whatever work culture we create for ourselves here at A2SV now is going to be the same culture that will stand in 20 years' time, which is why you guys need to be the best, which is why you guys need to lead by example. weird example. If you mix a bad apple with apples or a bad tomato with good tomatoes, there's a high chance that the good tomatoes will be rotten, contaminated, whatever the case is. It's still the same for good things as well. If you guys put in your best with A2SV, if you guys feel A2SV is your home, and you know something about home is you always feel welcome. You always feel like you can do more. You always feel like you want people to have the best experience. And if you guys are able to do that amongst each other as brothers and sisters, as teammates, I think definitely A2SV can go far. Okay? So one of the things that I just wanted to talk about is if you're a young person, you have a lot of opportunities and you need to be able to utilize this opportunity. Trust me, days will come when the organization will be so big that you might not be able to talk to Emre 2 minutes or like you are able to do now, which makes you guys special because you have that chance to be able to reach out, you have that chance to be able to do much. And the future is with us, you know, young people, and there's a lot we can do for Africa, for neighboring countries, and for your own hometown, which is why it's so important that you guys take this moment and you make sure that it becomes a part of your lives and you do not forget where you're coming from and also where you're going. So that at the end of the day, we're able to build communities in which benefit others. And that's the whole aspect of A2SV, I'm told, humanity, which becomes important. We need to show ourselves here, this humanity, before we go elsewhere and start pretending, you know. So thank you so much, guys, for the time in Ethiopia. It's been great seeing you guys, and hopefully it's not the last time. And as the marketing team, we are going to be making sure that we make you guys visible. We make you guys on demand. We want to make you guys go where you want to go. And definitely dreams are not limited. And if others amongst you have made it to Google, have made it to Palantir, have made it to Amazon, definitely everyone can. That definitely means that if your neighbor has done something, definitely the opportunity is within the neighborhood. So you guys shouldn't feel limited. You shouldn't lose hope. There's a lot of competition that's going on now, but with the help of every team and with the help of marketing as well, we also want A2SV to be a part of the best in that competition so that you guys, you make your dreams come true and also you have good careers. So that's all from me. You're a young person, be energetic, use your best, do your best, and definitely everything will fall in place. Thank you, guys.
Hi everybody. Hi again. How are you?
Yeah, thank you.
The guy.
How are you?
Right.
Most of you know me, I guess, my name, and I am the head of operations. From my background, I have an MBA at Flams University, and I have a finance and business development background. I like to grow companies, I like to grow organizations. And thanks to Emre, I mean, we have been chatting with him for the last 3 years, I guess. And then I was contributing at that time, and then officially since the June, I'm a part of the team. And so, now we are here, and I would like to ask you, why are you here? Why are you here? What do you want to be? Please, a couple of you. You are here for no reason. Come on, guys. Tell me.
Personally, I'm here to build something in Africa. To build something in Africa.
To build something in Africa. Good. What else? So to build something in Africa, how A2SV will help you then? I'm going to ask that too.
So far, it has helped me network, and in addition, I've also gained a way to think clearly and approach problems in a clear and concise manner and solve them. And at the same time, I'm also developing leadership skills, and those things.
So you want to get the soft skills, you want to get the technical skills, you want to get the business skills as well.
Yes.
So A2SV is giving everything in those senses, right?
Yes.
Okay, what else? What else? Come on guys, you are here for something. I know.
I want to help Africa.
Okay, that's the good thing. And you are doing, what are you doing to do that?
I am trying to help the education of future leaders of Africa.
Okay, good definition. Anybody else? Come on.
I want to work with talented people.
Quality people. Okay, you like good social environment,
Good social and smart people.
smart people with it. Okay. How do you think A2SV will give that to you?
It's easy to work with the best of the students or the best of the people I can work with.
Here as well, right? When you come to classes here, you feel good about yourself. Because you think that you are with the smartest guys in the room. That's a good feeling as well. And then what do you expect in the end?
In the end, I expect we improve each other and be better versions of ourselves.
That's the word I like. I want everybody to be better versions of themselves. I always try that during my college time. For example, I studied. When I go to exam, I knew that I did my best. I never question myself because that's Ali. That's how we can do it. That's it. You need to be doing whatever necessary to be your own best self. So, are you doing that? Tell me, are you doing your thing? Come on, guys. This is the self.
May I?
Yeah.
Just a second. Guys, you told me something and I forget it. Let me talk about something, sorry for this.
It's okay.
You are in a moment that you can get a very good knowledge from a very good experienced person and you still hesitate to be active. It's a very basic question. How do you do it? What do you do? How A2SV will help? You have to have the courage to ask the question, to ask for help, because I'm asking for big companies on your behalf some help. Guys, we are doing wonderful job here. So could you please give me some money so that I can continue it? I'm asking, I'm begging for help. And it's not something that I get, distracted. Or it doesn't say that I'm weak. We are together strong. In the European countries, in the West, you are called as the lions of Africa. Come on, lions. You can be the lion. Why I came here and raised my hand and spoiled his speech? Because I really know that you will be the future of that. But you have to be active. He's asking good questions and he is going to drive you to somewhere. Just be responsive. Just talk. Just ask for help. Just participate. Do it, please. Okay? Thanks.
First, you need to be honest to yourself. That's the thing. You need to be honest to yourself. You are doing the best of yourself. If you are not doing it, as Emre told us during the speech, we are dead at that time. We don't have any product. In this room, we are trying to everything. From the, soft skills, technical skills, everything to bring your abilities to the most. But you need to be honest to yourself that you are doing your best. Are you doing it? I am asking you. Are you comfortable to yourself that you are doing it? So, why are you not doing it then? You are shaking your head. Tell me. It's self. If you are not honest to yourself and you are not honest to the organization, you are not honest to your family, you are not honest to anybody, But your honesty will pay off in the end. You see, to you, to your families, to your country, everybody. Okay, tell me.
I guess I wasn't part of it is being like, I'm not as disciplined as I should be, I guess. There are areas like I know I can improve, but I sort of lack the discipline and consistency to do what I can do best. So that's one lacking.
Thank you. But are you seeking help? That's the thing. Now everybody is here. Are you seeking help from your peers, other friends, or head of education, or Emre, or us?
I was asking peers, or like, so that's with that position.
Who is the right person to ask them? I'm asking. For example, you are asking your peers. Peers are having same problems, same issues. They are trying to handle. Who is the right person?
Anyone who has more experience.
Okay. You see, you need to ask questions. If you have a problem, personal problem, technical problem, whatever it is, you need to ask, you need to ask, you need to ask. Why am I saying this? If you are not better versions of yourself, you don't have a good product. Product is you, as Alper Gucer. If we don't have the product, Google will say, okay, you are average. Other companies will say, you are sending us average, yours and guys. So, you have an opportunity then. Tell me. Tell me. So this whole organization will go down. First 3 years, Emre proved that can be done. Yeah, we can pick up talented guys and girls, train them, and then put them in the interviews with the top tech companies that everybody wants to get, and show them the. On the Google side, as well as the statistics goes, Google has 2% acceptance rate, and in 3 years we have around 70%. And we are doing something good, and we are getting the results. I'm the results guy. If I am dealing with something, I always look at the results. And for example, I am asking Alper, okay, we are doing marketing effort, okay, we are doing this, that, so what's the result? And I am questioning him too, and I am questioning him too. We need to get results. Without the results, everything will go down. So, now we have good product for 3 years, but we are expanding now. Now we have more than 300 students, I guess. And we have a procedure, community paths, and then camps, and then tracks, and then soft skills, and then interviews. Okay. There is a long list of that you need to do. You need to do everything to be your best. For our organization, community path, we need to bring the most talented ones, and you need to do your job. What are you doing to do that?
I was former community head.
Okay, formally, what were you doing?
We would help them as they prepared for conversion interviews if they want to convert to A2SV. We'd provide mentorship and lectures and other resources.
How do you see community path expanding? What is your idea in 2 years? Now you have 3,000 people. How many do you think we are going to have?
Depends if we expand to other countries.
Yeah, we are expanding. We are in Ghana.
When we expand to other countries, it would grow faster. Because I think for Ethiopia, we've gotten to a good level of numbers. 3.5k members is good, and then for Ghana and for other countries, we'll be getting to those levels as well.
As far as I know, Emre told me we are getting some international attention as well. Some other companies, other countries, students from other countries as well.
Yeah. So when the education is established in those countries and people see their peers succeeding in A2SV, then we'd get interest in those countries, and then the numbers would grow even faster. I'd say I'd put like 1 year or 2 years to get to 10k or 15k.
Okay. So we are gonna have a large pool to choose from, and I'm telling you, in 2 years, We are gonna have more than 100K. 100K all around the world. Because with the marketing efforts that we are doing and the connection we are establishing in US and Europe, we are gonna, get the attention of everybody in Africa and South America and US as well. So we need to do our best in community pet. We need to do our best in camps. So are we doing our best in camps? Who's gonna answer that? So you are having the camps, right? Are we doing our best? Yeah.
Yes. So we just finished our Group 4 camp
Yeah.
last Friday. Actually, we're going to have the closing ceremony today, later in the afternoon. We tried to push our students to the limits, and I think this cohort is more promising than the last. But with A2SV, everything is more promising than the last. We keep improving, so hopefully we'll see better results.
You see, I want to hear that. That camp is better than the last one. That's community better than the last year. That's students coming to A2SV better than the last year. Because when we choose the better ones, we are gonna get the better ones at the end. And best ones with the training. And we are gonna shine in the companies. When you put your LinkedIn profile, A2SV graduate, it will shine. When you put your, and now we are talking, you are gonna put the A2SV scorecard on your resumes. When they see that you are successful in many things and many projects, what did you do? It's like a transcript for the A2SV. You need to see their reaction. So after camp tracks, how are we doing there? We have different 4 or 5 tracks. How are we doing there?
So the new tracks are being built, so machine learning is going to kick off by this semester.
Okay.
Like we also have project development. Maybe we can talk about that end.
Okay. So we are going to expand now we have 5, and then we are going to expand 6 tracks, 7 tracks, 8 tracks. How many tracks?
Like I would say currently we have education and project development, and machine learning is built, it's about to be kicked off, so we can say 3 for now. And our plans are bringing blockchain, cybersecurity, and quantum computing in the near future.
Does everybody get exposure to each one, or they choose which path they want to go?
So data structures and algorithms and project development, these are musts, because we want our teammates to be effective engineers from day one when they join to a company or join to a project. And the following tracks are going to be optional for people who have completed the previous tracks. So to be able to eligible for machine learning track, they have to finish the first track and get the A2SV interviews. That's
how are we doing?
How that is going.
And how are we doing in each track then? Who's going to answer?
For the education track, our deputy head of academy, Nati Bekele, you can mention.
Okay. What are we doing?
Interesting.
How are we doing? Are we doing good? Are we better than the last year?
Okay. Like so far, actively now, we have one group who finished data structure and algorithm track and to pass the project phase and ready to take opportunities and to get interviewed. So what we are trying to do now is to stay warm and to widen our search to take whatever opportunities that we have right now. It doesn't have to be just Google. In order to get experience, any tech company can also do it. Because we are on our first career years. It doesn't have to start from the top tech companies.
Yeah.
So currently what we are trying to do is to widen our opportunity horizon, trying every opportunity and staying warm in our technical skills.
Are you feeling good about the process as a person,
Okay, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, that's the honesty I want.
I'm going to be honest, and I feel like we need to do better than what we are trying to do.
How are we going to do better?
How are we going
Your
to?
ideas.
First thing, we need to increase our exposure with the team. Because it's been a while since we have a consistent in-person touch with our students, with Group 3 students.
So how are you going to solve that problem? You see, you need to define the problem, solve the problem. If you only, as a leader, if you only define the problem and offer no solution, I mean, we cannot go anywhere. Emre told me, Abi, we need to try, we need to reach somewhere and we need to do this, okay? He defines the problem and I try to solve it. I am not questioning him. And I am not giving anybody else. I am trying to solve the problem. And I will go with the solution. You see, as a leader, you need to come with the solution. Define the problem well, and come with the solution and execute. That's expected from the leader. So,
I see the solution right now.
yeah. I mean, we are not going to judge you. It's open discussion.
I understand. I think usually what we do is we discuss the solutions as a team, but personally, what I'm thinking right now is to increase in-person communication, so regular one-on-ones, continuous one-on-ones, and like to trying to have some clear parameters that we want to see from the students.
Good.
And on those one-on-ones, we'll clearly track those.
Yeah, follow
Follow up the students with those parameters, so that like we can see that they are growing, their growth is visible, and their status is clear.
Good. You still are getting somewhere.
If I may?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it's a good point to talk about marketing again, okay? And why we are trying to change marketing to communications. Let's think of something. How many of you, please be honest, that who are you to know that you are going to be able to take a lecture on blockchain, on cybersecurity, on quantum computer, other than the things that you are on? Please raise your hands if you ever heard this opportunity before. Please be honest, and if you know that in the future you are going to have the opportunity to talk and learn about blockchain, cybersecurity, raise and say that I have heard it. You heard it. You heard it. Somebody, come on. If you heard it, let me know.
Is it A2SV, right?
Yeah. Okay. If you heard it right now, it's okay. But I see hands that are not, very high at all. So nothing. You are right. We have to be in communication, in understanding, in explaining our vision to the community. Okay? And it is not a single way. It's a double way. For example, it's like the web. When I was first doing the web coding, it was something that I do, put there, and people just look, it's good, they say. Then interactions came. We try to set up forms. You cannot believe it, but we had websites without any information forms. It was real. And then came the social media. It became a two-way communication, and now we are at that stage. I was a bit shocked to see that, let's say, half of the people over here didn't know what opportunities you were about to bring to them. So it's not the marketing team, it's not his job, it's not only his job to be in communication, it's our job to be combined with each other. So if you know it, and as you say, you have to be talking. Okay, guys, it's a good opportunity because it's a really wonderful opportunity, guys. When I was, again, some example from my side, I'm an electronics engineer, okay? And in my department, there were options: high power, power electronics, non-linear electronics, biomedical, and regular electronics. So 5 of them. And I was only able to get 1 or 2 degrees, one from the undergraduate, then one in the overgraduate or postgraduate. Now, consider that you are going to learn very successful, very interesting, and very trendy technologies without a university, without just being sitting here. Can you imagine how important it is? So when somebody who started A2SV at first grade will be 5 times knowledgeable than me, because he will going to have 5 different areas of expertise: cybersecurity, data structures, whatever the thing is. You are sitting on a gold mine. You are in Africa. People come around to mine your fields. You are the field. You are the gold mine. Why don't you see it? I saw you in the cave, dancing, shouting, enjoying yourselves. You have to do it every time, because always there will be difficulties. Difficulties that you cannot even imagine. But don't forget, opportunities are also there. You are sitting on a gold mine. Come on. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm jumping too much. But I see that I need to market you to you. You are the good product, but you are not a good customer. You have to be active. You have to feel lucky. Not because of me, not because of him, not because of her, because of you.
You are
because of
born
him.
with it. You are born with it. That's the thing.
Yeah. You have the chance, use it, and use it effectively is the right word. Be in communication. Ask to the friend, inform them. Because, believe me, we are not perfect. And he is not perfect as well. And just think of that. The problems he is tackling it. Let's talk about it. What's your problem? You have to code, okay, and you have to make a living. You have to earn some money to help your friends, to your family. It's hard, but it's also harder to think of 300 people who has that mindset and make something for them. So he's not perfect. We are not perfect. That's why we are talking here. That's why we are asking for help. You can also ask help. And as he said, you can first go to your peer and, okay, brother, help me. Or you can go one way up and ask to a person who has already solved that problem. Okay? It all is in you. The failure, the success, the money, the tranquility, the dream of living in Netherlands, the dream of helping your people who doesn't have clean water. It's all in you. And you and only you can change it. We are just here to help. Okay? Because without you, we are nothing. He is nothing. He knows people from the government. He knows people from Google. He knows people everywhere. That's good. But if he doesn't have you, what's the usage? If he doesn't put himself very, confidence, his will in what he does, what's the usage? Come on, guys. Just understand that in real life, even by talking to your mate, you are doing the marketing. Okay? It's very easy. Because marketing is perception. I want you to feel how important, how valuable you are. Because you are like that. But you don't feel it. And I would say at least half of you is thinking like this. Look at the man, he's talking. I know it. Because I was at your age, but you didn't come to my age yet. I had lectures like this, but you didn't speak, or you don't speak like me. So believe in me if we are saying that you are important and you are valuable. Okay?
No, it's okay. Good talking.
Sometimes I can't stop myself.
Now we have different tracks. So we need to define the problem, solve the problem. We need to get better at every traction. Every traction, whatever necessary we need to do. So now we are gonna have some outside instructors as well from my company.
Mike is working at Black, formerly known as Square.
Yes, Square, and what is his position?
He's the head of product.
He's the head of product, and he's gonna be our CTO.
CPO, fractional CPO.
CPO. Now this Mike guy will teach you some product development. Who's this Mike guy? This Mike guy works at the top tech company in US. Square is how $100 billion company, something like that. Maybe
I think
more.
over $10 billion.
Really? I thought it was higher.
Tens of billions of dollars, I think.
Check. So this guy is the guy, if you got accepted in a tech company, that you are gonna be working with. You see? Now we are giving this opportunity to you. Work with him in your projects, and he will help you to finish your project, and he will teach you how to do it. I mean, this is a unique opportunity for you, for all of you. Because one guy that you are going to work with, if you get into Google or that big tech companies, now available to you. So what are you going to do? Are you going to be lazy? Are you going to blame the weather? Are you going to blame your family? You have a time period during your training. You need to be persistent. You need to do what is necessary to get you from point A to B. Okay, it's not easy, I know. I came from poor neighborhood. I mean, I wasn't living in an apartment until the high school. I'm similar to the houses that I see here. But I was, somehow, I don't know, in my family, I always believed in myself, and I did my best in high school, in university, and somehow I became successful. But I never gave up, because you are gonna face resistance anywhere. For example, you are successful, you are get into Google or big companies. There is gonna be social resistance as well. Because you are an outsider, I was an outsider, Emre was an outsider. It wasn't easy for us as well. It will not be easy for you. But you need to be persistent. You need to do your best. You need to show that you are better than them. And you can do it. He did it. He did it. He never gave up. You shouldn't be giving up. So we are gonna bring like my many instructors as well. We are trying to find them, and this will change the quality of the education that you are gonna get in each track. And you are gonna be exposed to real people, real professionals that they are working there. Once you finish the projects with them, okay, you finish the product. You develop the product with him, and say, good product. He knows how to do it, and he will guide you. And then, after finishing A2SV, you are going to go to interview. The guy, my guy, will be the guy interviewing you, the ones that like him. And they are going to ask the questions that you worked on with Mike. And you will answer them. They will be surprised. How did you know those things I know? Because you had the opportunity to learn from the best, from the professionals working in tech companies, not the professors, this is different. This is unique opportunity for anybody studying at the university anywhere in the world, not here. And we can do this. In the US, we are going to get the same results. If you do this in Turkey, you are going to get the same results, because what we are doing is right. But it's not easy to bring everybody to this project. You need to persuade them. To persuade them, you need to show them we have a good product. We are willing students to do whatever necessary to get the best product, and they teach you. Are you there? That's the problem again. Do you feel that you are there? You are gonna do whatever necessary to persuade that my guy that you did the best product he's asking from you. Are you willing to do that? Now, with soft skills, It's not easy for engineer students to take it seriously. I understand that. But soft skills makes the most difference when you negotiate with interviewers. You need to persuade them that you can communicate them. You are at the same level with them. So you need to push your boundaries. Is it easy? No. I mean, it's not easy for me. I know I'm not good at so many things, in social things. I'm not comfortable in socializing. But when I have a point that I get to know somebody and I am the perfect person with that girl or guy. But until that point, I cannot communicate. I cannot say, hey, I shake hands. That's my thing. I don't know. I cannot overcome. But for you, you are young. You can change. And Emre is bringing one of the best, but the Andy's position?
Head of accent reduction.
Head of accent reduction. I mean, the guy, 70 years old, trying to teach you from the LA. I mean, he was teaching all the celebrities and everybody, and somehow persuaded him to teach you. You see, you need to get best use of him for yourself. I mean, this is a lifelong asset that you are gonna have. It's better than anything you are learning technically, I can tell you. Communication is the 50% of your success. It sounds sad, but I saw all my professional careers. I mean, average guy speaking very good, I'm communicating effectively. They are getting the better jobs, they are getting the better pays. So you need to communicate. You need to overcome. I don't know what kind of social skills training going on here, but you need to participate. You need to be willing. You shouldn't be doing the shortcuts, because for soft skills, there are no shortcuts. You need to experience it. You need to feel it, internalize it. For soft skills, do you have any questions? I mean, how are you doing? Are you doing your best again for soft skills? Anybody? Yeah?
I guess since it's part of the job that I have to do to communicate with students, for me, I think I'm getting a good exposure and good improvement on my soft skills.
Okay, good. What is your overall observance? I mean, how do you see all others are doing, for example? Just your opinion about your peers, about this communication soft skills training. How are they doing, according to you? Are they doing their best? To be honest, I mean, everybody's here, they will answer to you.
So I think the level they're at is good, but I don't think anybody's doing that much to improve.
Need to improve, because we have KPIs for that. And now with Flow Q, we are going to improve that Flow Q, and we are going to apply that Flow Q to current students as well. We are going to see social skills, we are going to see everything. Because we are going to report back to the companies that we have good students at these social levels. Because otherwise they need to discover it. We are going to tell them, we already discovered it. We trained them. They are at that level and those social skills. So social skills are very important. Now the projects, the business skills. How are we doing there? I know I was participating in the project phase. Nobody accepted I offered 3 projects, I guess. Nobody accepted my projects. I worked hard on that. But now we have 4 or 5 projects, right? How are we doing that? So we have project, we started in September. Okay, how are we doing that?
I can speak for the project.
Yeah.
For the project team, I guess I wouldn't say we were successful in the past. It's not because we don't have a talent or experienced members, but we didn't define the right methodologies and the right structure to utilize the skills we have. So I guess as Emre said earlier, like we're in the transition phase, the development team. We're restructuring our team, and we have collected things we were not doing well, and we're planning to address those in this transition period. And I think after this transition period, hopefully we'll get back to track.
Good. You define the problem, you find the solution, and you are working on implementing it. That's a good thing. So project, business phase also important. You need to have, as an engineer, okay, most of the engineers think that, okay, I'm gonna get the job, I'm gonna do what is necessary, okay, but you need to have business understanding of whatever you are doing. Even though you are doing, you are working on a certain part of the project, try to understand the whole picture. You are only working on some part, but there is a whole, there is a big project, and you need to understand the workings of the project. You need to have business sense. Anybody has a business sense will have more success in the professional life. Because after a certain point, you are going to be engineers, you are working, but you are not going to get better positions. Because to get better positions, you need to have some business understanding, some entrepreneurial talent. With these projects, actually what you are getting is understanding what workings of the projects, working of the business. And we are going to bring new people to guide us in that sense. We are working on it with the start. We are trying to find people who work with the startups, and in the future, I hope we might be something like Y Combinator. Because with the expansion, we are going to have a good chance of having a couple projects to commercialize actually. With that, maybe we get one good project and you will be working on your projects from the start. We get that chance at A2SV. And also to do, okay, we have A2SV business model. Okay, we are educating, to do this whole process, we need money. Okay, everything costs. To get the money, now we are getting grants. Google saw that we are successful at our program for the time being. And we need to be successful, we need to show that success continuously. Emre told me if we are not good success enough, we need to go back and study again. It's not then, okay, I took this project, the academy, I did what is necessary, and I am an average person, you are not going to pass. We are not going to send anybody, anybody to the companies. You are going to go back, study, and then pass the KPIs and everything. To get the money, to get the funding, we need to be successful, So, we have a good product. I am the guy who can scale the businesses. To scale the business, first you need to have a product that's scalable. Now we have a program that produces good students for the top tech companies or entrepreneurs. Everything is working. Now we are expanding down. We are applying the same thing. This is the first test. But we are doing it here again. We are lucky to be in Ethiopia, to be with Emre. Because the backbone of A2SV will be all Ethiopians. All of you will be backbone of the A2SV. You are going to go to Ghana, you are going to go to the other African countries to start operations. And believe me, you are going to be paid like the ones that paid in the companies. It's not, A2SV is an organization that pays the double the amount that you are getting in any country. Because we are going to arrange everything. Either you are going to work for A2SV, you are going to work for top tech companies, you are going to choose. Or you are going to work remotely from here if you choose. But you are going to get the better deals. Not like the ones that are doing freelance here. You are going to get the triple that the freelancers are getting here. Because and it's gonna be permanent. It's not gonna be permanent remote jobs, not temporary jobs. That's an important thing. I like the job security. I would like to know what am I gonna do next month. It's true for you, I guess. So we are gonna have so many opportunities. Now we are, with the network of Emre in US and the board members also now engaging very deeply. And we are gonna find new partnerships. And we might have some remote operations that we can support. We want 100% placement for any graduate of A2SV Academy. That's the thing. And we are going to scale. And now we are testing Ghana with Emre. If that's successful within the next 12 months, and we are arranging some funding, I hope in 3 years we are going to be operating in around 5 countries. And my dream, I am going to tell you my dream. I want this operation, I want 5 of those guys, head of education, to go United States, start the same academy there, and teach the US software engineers who are not doing well financially, and showing the success of A2SV program. You will be doing that. You will be teaching the US kids, US software engineers, in the US, because you can get H-1B visas for it. It's easy for A2SV Foundation. That's my dream. I don't know when it will happen. I'm looking for opportunities. But once I find a pilot project, I want to bring 3, 4, 5 of you to US and teach them the same program. I want to test it. And it will be amazing at that time, because once we get the attention of the US foundations that we are doing really good in US as well, as an Ethiopian head of education. Could you imagine yourself? You are changing the world. I want to be part of it. I want to say Ali Gurlek has something to do with it. Personally, I like that. And I am going to do it. This is my dream. I told them, do whatever you do. I don't care. As long as you find a good pilot project that we can work on, financed by the US non-profits. You see, once we do that, opportunities are amazing. You see, we will be all around the world, but Ethiopia, the next generation, will be backbone of this operation, this A2SV foundation. That's my dream. So to get my dream, I want you to be best of yourself and best of your version. To do whatever necessary to be successful. Never give up. I'm not gonna give up. I always find a way. That's my thing. I always find a way. I always find a good path to solve solutions, solve the problems. And I'm gonna find a way to make you go to US and teach the US kids. That's my promise. I don't know when, but that's my promise. Thank you for listening.
Again, before we close, I would like to thank our valuable, experienced members. So I have been saying many times, you hear probably that phrase, transition from early venture to a well-established organization. And now you see the real proof of it. Guys, we are not alone. There is a big dream here. The dream is not just about taking a job at a big tech company. The dream is not just about having one successful product which is going to touch people's lives in Ethiopia. The dream is about digitally transforming this whole gigantic continent. Have you guys checked how big Africa is? Do you know that you can fit in United States, China, and you will have probably enough space to fit in Russia, as well. Africa is big, guys. I have noticed this when I did my first flight from here to Accra. Do you know how many hours it takes? It is more than how long it takes from Istanbul to London. So, it's not a small dream, guys. And what we need is people, first, who believe in themselves. Because it starts with you. If you don't believe in yourself, then we are not going to be able to make it, guys. Number two, believe in us. If you don't believe in us who are in the execution level of this organization, this is not going to work either. And number three, this is my suggestion. Everybody has their own choice in life. Trust in God, guys. We try to do something beautiful for people. I didn't come to Ethiopia with the intention of making money, with the intention of taking a job at somewhere, with the intention of gaining prestige or something. I came with the intention of helping people here. So, if you have the belief in those, and if you have the trust, then show us with your actions. Not just with your words. I know if we have the conversations, it's going to be the case. Yeah, everybody knows. But when we look at the actions, let that be visible, guys. There has been so many great things that happened at A2SV. There have been many problems as well. If there were no problems, why would we come here, guys? As problem solvers. So remember this. And communicate. That's the biggest lesson I believe we should take from today. Because when we keep things inside, when we start making up, we lose the touch with reality. You don't know what you don't know. I don't know what I don't know. This even is the case for experienced members like Ali abi, Alper abi. But altogether, by giving visibility to what we have in hand, what we want to do today, what we want to dream for tomorrow, after 5 years, after 10 years, then we can align ourselves. After the earthquake in Turkey, there were so many amazing people who were like charged particles. Hey, I want to help. What can I do? When there was a need for a translator, 10,000 people applied to find one translator. But were we able to utilize all these great intentions and will? Definitely not. Because there was no good organization around. If you have all the charged particles, one goes there, one goes there, one goes there, can you make any progress? More than one particle. But if you put them all, and if they all act with the same direction, with clarity, with good intentions that are followed by real actions, then we can change things, guys. When A2SV started, we were in a small lab. When a lab assistant had some hesitations about anything, this could have been a good reason for halting operations. But now, we are trusted by the university. We are trusted by the government. They bring their international visitors here, guys. How many offices in Ethiopia have this closeness to the Prime Minister? How many tech companies provide you an office environment like this with such kind of a view? How many organizations got millions of dollars from Google, guys? Like, see the potential. See what we have achieved so far. Be grateful for what we have and don't forget. All these things still won't work if you're not in it. A2SV is A2SV because of you guys. Yes, we all contribute, but I want everybody to realize that this is not because Mr. Alper, not Mr. Ali, not Vanessa, not me, not Benazir, not Isaac. By individuals, this is not a story, guys. But once we come together and put some collective effort, then see the results. And always keep the long term in mind, guys. So Mr. Alper and Mr. Ali mentioned, you guys are the products of A2SV. There is one clarification I want to make there. In my opinion, that's not true, guys. I believe the top tech companies are the product of A2SV. Why? Because the dream of A2SV is not placing you guys to top tech companies. If you go to London, Netherlands, USA and don't look back, what is the benefit to Africa? Where do your brain cycles go? The dream of A2SV is you guys going abroad, getting the cultural exposure, getting the technical experience, bring that back to Africa and apply on problems we have in this continent. And use your power, use your energy, use your ability to help others in this continent. That is the dream, guys. Why the top tech companies are the product? Because we are using them to get the know-how, to get the experience, to get the workflows. Because they have best practices, that's why they get the best results. And we want to use them on the problems we have in here, Africa. And that is the big dream of A2SV, guys. So we may not communicate this everywhere like this, right? But within A2SV, this is something that we all should be very clear with. Thank you very much, everyone. And before we finish, indeed, they were kind enough to bring us some desserts from Turkey. Baklava and lokum, Turkish delight. So we will be distributing that. And after that, we can go to the lunch break. Thank you very much.